this thumbnail. It's not going to work. It's not.
So now it's my goal to get you to screw up the thumbnail every time.
We have some good ones. I've done a number of thumbnails that are not great. I'm just gonna put it out there. Not good.
It's like pausing the show at the opportune moment.
That's right. That's just my face all the time.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back to the Elder Elves. My name's Colin Carlton. I'm one of the elves. This over here to my right, but I think it's still your right if you're looking on a screen. Maybe radio right, maybe like speaker right if you're listening.
Maybe.
To it? Maybe. I don't know. Are we in Dolby Digital? I don't know. I didn't pay attention. All right. But it's you.
It's me. I'm Miranda. I'm the other elf that is an elder. That's right.
We should wear ears.
We talked about wearing ears. But I don't know how, like, we're already in, like, a little niche pocket of, like, a different play. You know, there's a lot of Dungeons and Dragon streams out there, podcasts and stuff, and some other games, too. Some Pathfinder and some other things like that. And this is very... If you're watching this and you've entered the pocket of you're a creative person that likes writing prompts or into writing and, you know, maybe a nerd like me and Colin.
If the algorithm gave this to you, you may have a degree in art.
Oh, maybe. Or you're one of our friends.
A liberal arts degree.
Or you're one of our friends.
Or you're one of our
Please come watch this. So we get 10 views this week instead of 2, which is just me and Colin making sure that we sound okay on the YouTube.
Not even our significant others.
I force, and I'm like, please, can you listen to this? Oh God. Fine. How long is it? Well, you're lucky, guys. We do not try to take this for a long ride. This is a very
59 seconds.
Yeah, not very long ride, you know. Short, sweet, awkward, to the point, you know. That's just how we roll.
So awkward. So awkward, but also direct.
Today, though, see this creature behind my shoulder that I'm pointing to? She is asleep.
She's
so
like
we should not hear her meowing. I know.
Until she wakes up.
And then she's going to start screaming, but shh. She won't do it. Oh, no, she moved her head.
Everybody quiet. Quiet.
Ooh, she side-eyed me.
Turn your car down.
She knows.
Today, like we've been doing for the past 4 episodes, we're playing Tether by Adam Baffoni.
Wait.
And I brought the link for it. You can go to Adam Baffoni, ADAMBaffoni.itch.io/Tether. That's where you can get the game we're playing. It's a story-based 2-person RPG that deals with journal entries. One of us is in the 90s. One of us is in the present. We're both in a small town called East Prairie in Massachusetts. It's a weird town with some funky stuff going on. And this journal exists in both time periods, and the entries propagate as our respectful characters write them in their own time. So the journal's in real time, but we're 30 years apart. That was a good summary, I think.
That was a good summary.
Yeah. I just finished drinking coffee, so I feel like I'm really on the ball right now.
You are. You are. I was going to say that typically you guys, when you play this, you people, will be doing it together, sharing one journal. But because we are literally apart, this is just us writing in a journal and reading it to each other. We do send each other pictures of what we have written Last time I took video of me writing so I could TikTok it. I didn't do that this time. Sorry. But as you'll see, I know. And also, I didn't like how it looked last time on TikTok, so I'm trying some other new stuff, okay? Don't judge me.
Learning as we go.
Last episode, it was Colin's turn to regale us with some possible horror, which he did. And this time, I'm rounding it out, finishing up the first set of prompts in the hearts. We'll be moving into the diamonds today, because that's how it rolls.
But do you have your prompt handy?
I do.
So we remember.
So we can whisper it to each other. The original prompt that I all right. So the prompt that I had last time was: you see the terror firsthand, or witness an event that you know was caused by it. What do you learn about the terror? Why are you more afraid after what you see? And so I am going to try. I don't know if I answered all those questions.
It's okay.
But we'll find out.
Semi-slow burn.
Yeah, I did write a little bit. About almost as much as I wrote last time. I think a little bit more, but...
Perfect.
All right. You ready?
I'm so ready.
I'll try not to bounce my setup. Like I wiggle a little. All right. Dear Jordan, it is 1993, and today is June 20th, 1993. It has been 9 days since I went to the library, and 2 days since Pulpit Hill.
Intrigue.
I know you don't want me to get into trouble, but we are in trouble. The journal said so, and I saw it. I went to the library to find out more about William Cutter and East Prairie. There weren't any books, but Mrs. Williams, the librarian, she has purple hair and may have helped you at the bridge. Told me his old house was up Pulpit Hill, the biggest hill in town. She said it used to be something to look at. Very big, very old colonial, with a huge orchard and cornfields, but it is all lost now. She said, time eats, then restores. I rode my bike to his house. I thought there would be clues even if it was all gone away. I'm very good at finding things. The fields had no corn. The apple trees did not have leaves. The house is big, but it is empty, and it has peeling paint and broken windows. That is how I got in. I was careful. I didn't hurt myself. I was only in for a minute, tops. There is a big mirror in the hallway. I saw myself in it, but the other me didn't move like me, and when I stopped to look, so did she. She smiled. I didn't smile back. She said to me, "Hello, Charlie." And then she looked at me with black eyes and said, "You came to me quicker than I thought you would." I didn't know what to say. I was so scared, so I ran. The front door was unlocked. I think I left it open. I rode my bike very fast and hid under my blankets. I told my Nana that I wasn't feeling good and got out of having dinner. I made sure to cover the mirror in my room in case the other me came back. Be careful, Jordan. It has my face. Your friend, Charlie.
Ooh.
Ah. How did you like them apples?
I liked them apples so much. They were shiny and crispy
and rotten inside.
It's sweet. Yeah, rotten inside. That was a lot of fun. That's
Mm-hmm.
the darkest tone we've taken so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good moment. I think it's a good turn for where we are in the story. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so she went up to Cutter's house and
Mm-hmm.
snuck
To
in.
go check it out.
Go check it out. And she checked it
And
out.
it's empty. Have you ever I think about the old colonial houses that are dilapidated, or those old like farmhouses that are, and sometimes like I'll drive by those kind of places and be like, I wonder what it looks like inside still. And there's always something weird if you do get a chance to, sneak
Yep.
into those. There's always something weird about it. There's like, nails in the wall where you're like,
Every
why
now
are
and
there
then
so many
TikTok will, like,
nails?
give me a video of somebody, exploring some old dilapidated house, and I'm
Mm.
like, "Oh, man, I don't know about this."
Yeah,
Because
it's
around
like,
here, it's very like, I grew up out west, so it's not that there weren't, like, old dilapidated farmhouses out there, but most of them, if that kinda stuff existed, most of it was tore down and, a apartment complex is built over it or something like that. Like, there's not a ton. Oh, the cat woke up.
she woke up.
She is. But out here, you've got all these New England, like, ranch farmhouses that
Hmm.
just fall to pieces and nobody does anything with them, and they just
Mm-mm.
sit there and rot,
And
and
they're
it's
creepy
so
because we have
creepy.
like New England creepy history where it's like a salt box colonial, though. It's like the salt box houses are just like a box, and the
Yep,
windows are smaller than
yep,
typical. And you get in there and you're like,
yeah.
everything's like shorter or like not angled, like the angles are
Mhm.
really off and nothing's level.
So I can really, like I can visualize Charlie in Cutter's house,
Mhm.
like, the boards rotting out and there's probably, like, wallpaper that's peeling off that, like, looks
Mhm.
nasty. They
And it's dusty,
Yep.
cobwebs, like where you're like,
There's just a rocking chair, like, facing the corner for no reason.
dolls that are like gross
Dolls.
face down in the corner
Yep, yep,
somewhere.
yep. All that stuff, man, yeah, I love that. That was a really good one. That might be my favorite one so far.
Mm.
Um, oh, man, I don't know what
I was
So
trying I was trying to keep that like kid kind of perspective
yeah.
where it's like not super descriptive, where it's just like this is what happened, and then this happened, that's it. And you're like, okay, because they don't go into like, oh, and the depth of it like an adult would, or like, or a writer like us would, where we'd be like, let me tell you what it was. The house was this color yellow, like
Let me describe this in great detail so that I
I
bulk
can
up this
smell
chapter.
the hay as I rolled, any of that stuff. But it's,
Um, that felt like a Are You Afraid of the Dark episode,
yeah,
which is perfect,
that is
especially for this.
good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that very
I
much
I thought about it for a while after we,
shows.
after we got off. Well, we were done, and I went and rode out to the hill town to go. Like we went out to drop some artwork for my wife, and then we were in this like little tiny town, and it's a town that I would think is close. We drove past a gas station and a auto body shop,
Yep,
and my wife goes, "Hey, is that
there it is.
Murphy's? Like is that where? Do you want to take video of that?" And I was like, "There's too many cars there," and I was
Yep.
like kind of bummed out by it, but I was like, "Oh man, if there's not that many cars, I would totally do that." Because I don't want to put people's license plates out there
Yeah,
or
no,
any of
no,
that
no.
weird stuff, um, but it had that like cozy town kind of feel. It's not it during the day. It's not eerie, but at night it probably is a little
Well, it's
like
funny
there's a
because those
railroad
towns
running through it.
Yeah, oh, there's always a railroad. Yeah,
Always.
there has to be a railroad. But it's funny
Mm-hmm.
because those towns always feel like sound stages.
Yeah.
like little backlots, because it's always
Mhm.
like, man, yep, there's the gas station that's also an auto body. There's the
Mhm.
general store. Maybe there's a liquor store, or maybe there's just a bar. It's probably one or the other, or like the liquor store is the general store,
Yeah.
and then the
Yep.
railroad tracks, the church, which is always like bigger
Mhm.
than anything else.
Yeah. I was going to go out to this little hill town near us because they have like a church on a hill kind of thing. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, that'd be fun." Um, but we ended
Um,
up yeah, I ended up kicking around and I drove past a road called Pulpit Hill, and I was like, "I'm going to take that because I love that I
what a
love
great
that
name!
name. What a perfect name." I was like, "That I like that. We're going to hold on to that."
And
Um,
you know what? Real life creepy shit happened on that street. You cannot cannot tell me otherwise.
absolutely yes, it had to have
Pulpit
happened
Hill.
because Pulpit Hill is like such a great name. I was like, "Yep, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I want that. I want that in there." Like I knew she was gonna go to the library. Um, I wanted her to visit Cutter's, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do that in this story or not. And I was like, "Oh no, uh, they probably don't have history there,
Yeah.
and they probably don't have like a history book of the. They might say, "Oh, do you want like this area?" I don't have anything of like the history of the town, like just
No.
maps, maybe.
Yeah, because it's a small, like, it's not a tourist attraction.
Mm-mm. My cat
And
woke up. She's gonna start meowing.
of course she is, because we're doing a podcast. Um, One thing, and I've thought about this before, but I was thinking about this today, and, like, your story really reaffirmed it for me. Part of what I really like about writing is, like, okay, so you've got an idea in your head. You've got this visual. You've got, like, this little kinda movie playing, right? And
Hmm.
that's very specific to you. You write it down on pen and paper or type it, whatever you do, and that's, like, one form of it. And then everybody else who reads it has a different interpretation. So
Hmm.
everything you write is never the same. Like, it's an infinite amount of stories because everybody has their own imagination around it. Everybody has a different version of, like, people who are listening to this probably have a different image of, like, what Charlie looks like and, like, what
Hmm.
Jordan looks like and, like, what Pulpit Hill looks like now.
Hmm.
Um, and I just think that's so cool that you can have so many different interpretations around one thing. Whereas, like, if this was a movie or if we were making a TV show, there's one interpretation of that. You might have,
Right.
like, different ideas about what message is in the story, but the
Hmm.
visuals and the dialogue, that's locked. Like, that's there. But when you're doing this, like, it's just infinite possibilities. Because, I my idea of Charlie looking in that mirror is gonna be very different than, like, what you had.
Hmm.
And we'll never know the exact comparison. Like,
We
we could
won't.
chit-chat and talk about it, but it's never gonna fully encompass what you have in your head and what I have in my head. And I just think that's so cool about writing and creative stuff in general.
Hmm. I think what I like so much about this particular um, avenue for our creativity is that we get to build these stories based off of these prompts that someone else has created, but we're working within or amongst these, like this layout, right? This
Yeah.
outline. We know that it starts A and it finishes over here, and we know there's going to be a finish line. We don't know at all what it is. We're not reading ahead, we're not going through all the prompts or anything like that. We're just we're reacting to it as it happens. And I'm sure as a writer I'm doing it right now with my own book. Like, you have an idea, okay, this is how the beginning is. It might be like a line, right? But we know how it starts. We know kind of how the middle is supposed to be, and the end we know definitively what it is.
Right.
Maybe it depends on the process, but for me, like, I write the ending, I write the beginning, and I know that's what it's going to be, and I'm going to link them.
Yep.
And this, like, I have no idea.
I know.
And the only way we can link is just, it really is like a ballet, or it really is like one of those mediums, you know, we're consolidating our ideas into this thing, but it could go anywhere. It's like curveball to the max, you know?
Well, and you really can't, like, when I'm writing my thing, I can't really be like, okay, this person is the terror, or this is the grown-up version of so-and-so. Like, I fed you that purple-haired person. I didn't know who it was. I just put her there as kind of either a red herring or an actual playable, important character. I have like I can take a guess as to what you would do with it, but you know,
yeah.
And it's even better because, like, we're not talking outside it. Like, we don't talk about this. Like, we go off and do it.
This is our fight club, guys. We don't talk about this at all, which is, I think, for like other mediums of role play, there is conversation in the backdrop. Like, when they stop recording, there is some sort of conversation. And I've watched so many videos. Like, there's Transplaner, that's a really awesome RPG out there, and their GM has talked about like what it takes to build that kind of base, and they are talking so intricately about things. Maybe not how the story is going to roll, right? Because that's kind of the fun of a role play game. Like, it's that. But when it comes to this, like, you don't have to talk to each other at all. Like, the game is meant for you guys to you guys can walk away from it and be like, I'll be back in an hour. Let's go do something else. Okay, let's get back into it if I want to. Or you can just improv it and just go for it, depending on how you feel.
Well, what a fun game you have, like an old-fashioned literal pen pal. Like, if you're writing letters with somebody else, like, what a fun game to do.
Yeah, could you imagine if you did write this in letter form?
Yeah.
Though. Like, and I'm sure we'll find that 2-player TTRPG out there that is going to be one of those, like, you're going to take and lick an envelope. Ew. And then you're going to start with the left-hand side. Oh my God, I just made a game. It's like, it teaches you how to write a letter, and then you just have a pen pal that you write back and forth, and the prompt is like
the expansion pack where it teaches you cursive.
every time you get a new letter, you look at a new prompt, and the first one was like a greeting, and the next one's like, tell them about what the best part of your day was.
Wow.
Man, I'm going to make money. Hey, don't any of you guys get any ideas. This is going to be the best game ever.
This was broadcast, so this is legally binding as a copyright. Okay? Even though it's going to be called, it's patent pending.
It's going to be called the Mailman Chronicles.
MMC.
Nailed it.
Okay.
But no, I love this. I love this idea with this game. It makes me excited that once we get through this, and there's still, like, guys, it's 16, 17 entries, so we're only at 4. But it makes me excited about the future games that we're going to get into that are 2-player TTRPGs, that different genre, different, you know. It makes me excited about going into these indie game developers and seeing what they have to offer, because I think that for so long, Dungeons & Dragons has been out there, Pathfinder, dominated, and there are some really amazing indie games that are beautiful and cool. I have one.
If anybody has any suggestions,
please kick it to us. If you are like, oh, will you guys do a 2-player romance one? Because they are out there. If you want to see me and Colin getting spicy with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll bring in a romance writer for those guys. Don't worry. We'll introduce a romance writer and get them to role play with us.
Because one day I'll have to tell you the story of the worst audition I ever went on as an actor.
Oh.
That'll solidify you never wanting to do a romance with me.
The only romance that we could ever do is if, like, you're my ex-husband.
Yeah. I
really would have loved to play a character that we were exes and having to deal with, like, going on jobs. Mm-hmm. And especially if you, like, really mess up a job.
Oh my God.
And me being like, you just cost us money. Like,
so much money.
But seriously, shoot us a DM if you guys have any other 2-player games that you'd like to see us hop into. I have single-player ones too that I'm gonna review at some point that I haven't gotten into. 1,000 Year Vampire is one of them. That's beautiful. The book is absolutely gorgeous. You can get PDFs for it. I have some other ones, but they're in the closet. So, actually, hold on, I'll grab one.
Wait, no, we don't have time. We don't have time.
Wait, hold on, we got 3 minutes. Hold on, I can do this. In 3 minutes. 3 minutes or less.
3 minutes or less.
I'm like a pizza shop.
That's 30 minutes.
Oh, shit. I haven't ordered pizza in a long time. I can't have dairy. Okay. So at some point, I would like us to play. I'm sorry, did you say Street Magic? It's a city building story game, which is pretty cool. It has, you actually build a city with each other, and events happen, and it's like a whole thing. And then the other, oh, never mind. I grabbed the wrong book.
Oh, way to go.
That one,
blew your 3
minutes. I know, I did. Damn it.
Okay, we got
But this one is the most important.
That one, I love that sound of that one.
Yeah, this one is beautiful, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. You build a city together, but this is an eventual someday. This is right now. So let's do your prompt.
You ready?
Yes, pull your card. Ooh, it's a...
Diamonds.
How come you keep pulling 4s? Did you shuffle?
No, I did. Shuffled.
All right. Here is Colin's prompt for the next time we see you guys. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, sorry. This is going to be great. This is so good. You experience an event that is almost exactly like the one that the other player has experienced during the game. High five! Oh my god. Okay, what are the specifics and why is this so strange or important? I have not, I'm really excited. I'm so excited to see what you do with that. Oh my god, that's so fun.
I am going to spend so much time on this one.
That's so... Okay, I take it back. I'm glad that you didn't shuffle.
Yes. See? Perfect. I love it. Okay, you can join us live on Twitch and YouTube every Tuesday. And then on Wednesdays, we rebroadcast it. And then it's on podcast form. And it's on YouTube. My name's Colin Carlton. ColinCarlton.com. Colin Carlton. Theo on all the social medias. Miranda, talk about you.
I'm Miranda. I'm also known as Obscure Abrasion on TikTok, on Insta, on PlayStation, on Xbox.
We did it.
I'm on things.